bit of some show and tell for you today. Hey, it's Care. Welcome to my Take at the Lake. So as I've mentioned before, I kind of like to be in the moment. I'm rarely ahead of the game. We have just come out of Halloween season. I mean, just days ago was Halloween. And I don't know about you, but YouTube is inundating me with Christmas crafting crap. Ugh. I mean, I get it. You want to plan ahead. I get it. You want to be ready for December dailies. I get it. But people who are way, way, way smarter than me always talk about the power of being in the moment and in the now, being present for the present moment. And I'm clinging to that. It's fall. We haven't had any snow. In fact, it's been very unseasonably warm here lately, which is awesome. I'm enjoying fall, and I just have a few autumn things to show you. I am going to fill November with November things. And come December, well, then we'll jump into the red and the green and the Christmas and the happy holiday spirit. But until then, it's going to be fall colors and fall stuff. Or timeless, as they say, evergreen things. So that's what you can expect this month from this channel. I was impulse buying on Etsy the other day, and I found this phenomenal kit. It's by Operation Reprint on Etsy, and I'm sorry I don't remember what it's called. Get this stuff out of the way so we can just look at this. Very watercolor-y, whimsical, certainly autumnal colors. But it doesn't have to be fall. This could very much be winter, although it's got a fall tree. But botanical gardens, dragonflies and moths. Could be Halloween because there are some beautiful crows and blackbirds. Even some witchy characters. A lot of moons. So it could be solstice. It could be equinox. Probably not solstice. I think that's summer and winter. Equinox, I believe, is spring and fall. Just beautiful, beautiful kit. I had no project in mind for it. I just fell in love with it and figured I'd find something eventually to go with. Mushrooms, candles, more of that little witchy character. Almost a female scarecrow-y blue moon. I cannot say enough about this kit. It is so flippin' awesome. I love the glass jars. It's just like magic. Potions and I don't know. I just had to have it. Had to have it right then, right now. So I bought it and I printed it. This was before I ran myself out of ink. One of the reasons I ran myself out of ink. Because that couple of days I was a printing fool. But good news. HP, as promised, delivered my ink, and I've been out of town again for days, so it's still in the box. I haven't needed to print since I ran myself out of ink, so HP was right. My ink would come in a timely fashion. Now it's here, and I can sleep at night. I'm not sure which came first, the chicken or the egg, but somewhere around the same time, this is part of one of them. Somewhere around the same time, I got some super bright. They are called Astro Brights from Walmart. To dye. To coffee dye. I had seen Nicole at Relax cut glue. She had some phenomenal papers, and she shared that they were bright paper that had been coffee dyed. And wow. I have another video on just this and coffee dyeing coming up, so I'm not going to go too much into this. I think I showed a couple of my favorite pieces for my Halloween video, but they are so scrumptious. Then I started, I brought all these things into my room, and as things come together, I thought, well, of course, it'll go with coffee dyed paper, this kit. And some of these colors are perfect for this kit. Like, they just go together like peas and carrots, right? All those beautiful brights, yet fall and watercolory. So things started coming together, and I thought, well, as I do normally, I think in terms of folding pages in half and having a 9x6 cover, which is where my mind went. I thought, oh, I'll just fold all these in half. Now I got to figure out a cover. What kind of cover would be awesome for this? And as I was cleaning out my room, I came across one of my St. Vincent's finds that I had started to go through and pull out images for my projects and things I wanted to fussy cut. A lot of these pages I pulled out. And the colors are, again, so perfect that I decided I think I'm going to use this one. It doesn't fit as perfectly as I thought it would. And all the squares are the same. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to make this work. But I love that. I love that. I might even leave this the way it is, or if I can figure out a way. It seems to me there was another part of this exact thing. It had another, maybe a journal kit, and these, the add-ons. I can't remember now, but see if I can. I don't know. I might do something with the title of the book. I might not. I certainly am going to leave the script on there. But it's perfect. And so what I decided to do was make this an altered book. I love these decorated end papers. This reminds me of being a kid and being at my grandma's house. I used to play school. She had an encyclopedia similar to this. And, I love that it had all the pictures, and I used to play school all the time. And these were my teaching books. Because, of course, I was the teacher. I was the student, too, you know, because someone had to do the homework. So I was both, but I liked being the teacher best. So I'm going to save some of the prettier parts, but then I'm going to alter some of the pages. Just like any other altered book, I will make some pockets and some tucks using the existing pages, because then I don't have to find a cover. I already have a cover, and if you're interested, it's from 1961, and I just think that this is going to be so fun and beautiful. So I'm going to pull out some of my favorite pages and the ones that go along with this, and that's going to be part of this project. Again, I'm going to use that. I think that's where I've landed. I tried all of them on, but this one kind of, because of the dark brown background, sort of can stand on its own with all the rest of the stuff. So there's that, and of course all my coffee paper I'll use in here as well. Not all of it, but I will use my coffee pages in this project too. You know, there's a million how to coffee dye paper videos out there. Who needs another one? In fact, I've already done at least one or two. I know I've done one about drying coffee dyed papers in. If you have a convection oven, it speeds things up a lot, because that is a fan blowing air around in a hot oven, so it speeds up the drying process considerably. So I already have several coffee videos out, coffee dyeing paper, but I did all of this paper in under an hour. It took me about 45 minutes from pouring coffee to pulling it out of the oven and stacking it. From start to dry in about 45-50 minutes. If you're in a hurry and you want some coffee dyed paper, maybe that'll help. But that's a video for another day you can watch out for. But I feel like I'm doing a lot of coffee videos. Well, I have all the stuff out. I might as well do... Look how beautiful. Might as well do the videos, right? While you got the stuff out. It's a good thing my ink is here. I've been binge watching Yvette Bohemian Crafting, her earlier videos. Man, that girl is talented. Holy Hannah. The stuff she comes up with, if you haven't watched it, watch her glowing Halloween flip throughs. She just put it out a couple of days ago. I'll link it below. Oh my God. Coolest Halloween books in the world. The covers glow, the pages glow, and not just with glow-in-the-dark paint. Of course, not just that simple. She's a genius. Anyway, she has tons of freebies on her Patreon page. And this is just one of them. These great circles with these, you know, great fonts and numbers and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure they're not blue. But I haven't put my ink in yet. So this is what they look like when you're running out of ink. I don't know what they'll look like with regular ink. I will print them again, and if it's done by the time I put this video together and get it out, I will throw a picture up so you can see what they're supposed to look like. But freebies on Patreon pages, again, just like on mine, there's a lot of freebies. You don't have to be a patron to get them. You just have to go to Patreon, to our pages, and there's links to all kinds of freebies. Speaking of Astro Brights, the coffee dyed brights went so beautifully that I got some more paper. Well, here's a lesson in don't order groceries when you're tired. The first pack, I believe, was maybe 100 pages for about $5. And I noticed that this one was quite a bit more, but everything is quite a bit more right now. Eggs are $6. For fuck's sake. Like, everything is more. So I just didn't even think about it. But this is cardstock, where these are just paper. These other ones are just paper. And the reason I got it is I thought they coffee dyed so well. I wonder what bleach will do. And oh my goodness, is that fun. I want to do some spray through a stencil, bleach spray through a stencil. And I thought, holy mac, that works out so beautifully. I wonder what happens after you bleach it. Does it coffee dye? And I think that looks pretty cool too, especially for the gothic stuff, especially for Halloween stuff or dark things, dark academia, gothic books, anything with a darker theme to it. I think would be fun. It doesn't have to be spatters, and you know, this is pretty loose and free. But what fun! They practically glow. You know, they're so like they're Astro Bright for a reason. They practically glow for real. And then to throw in some of these interesting designs. And if you're interested, they do not smell like bleach. The coffee stays more than the bleach stays. I don't smell any bleach here. I do smell coffee here. But what fun as backgrounds and for your clusters or journal cards or collage. They'd make great additions to collage. So I'm going to be playing with these too. And when I do that, I will bring you along. Faux show. And the last thing I have for my show and tell, my little quickie show and tell, normally these are clean and craft chats, but my desk was clean. Huh, that never happens around here. So it was clean. I had this pile of stuff that I want to show to you. So it's a show and tell, not a clean and craft chat. So once in a while, the universe just throws you a sign. Here's your sign, right? This was laying when I went to get the Astro Brights paper back in the stationery section at Walmart. Normally I don't go in, but I only needed a couple things, not enough for a whole order, so I had to go in. When I was in the back for the paper, this was just laying on a shelf. And of course it intrigued me. You know, that's just such a great saying or idea. I picked it up, and many of you may know this person or may know about this magazine. It is volume one of a collaboration of creation, Leanne Ford's magazine. I have no idea who this person is. Never heard of her in my life. I like the black and white idea. I love the title of the magazine. And so, as you do, if I flipped through, and one of the things, that's the back cover. Here's a whole bunch of rules for art, which is terrific. The only rule is the work. If you work it, it'll lead to something. It's the people who do all the work all the time who eventually catch on to things. I don't know, I just really liked much of this. Some art, different art, beautiful photography. Most of it is this very vintage yet modern aesthetic. Very white, off-white, tan, you know, the colors we like. Nothing is safe. Color on your... She's coloring someone's couch and someone's chair. And feel free to tear this out. She made a playlist of Weekend Warrior music, a creative playlist. She talked to a whole bunch of her favorite artists, visited their studios, talked to them about their work. But somewhere in here, it says, feel free to, after you read the magazine and get all you want information-wise out of it, tear it up. Tear it up. Kind of like Daphne's Diary, you know, where they include papers and they include envelopes and sometimes stencils and things that, you know, you use the pages or the whole magazine for creative projects. This is the same idea. It's just something different. And frankly, Daphne's Diary, while beautiful, just doesn't do it for me. I mean, it's all kind of cutesy and flowery and, you know, there's more to life than butterflies and botanicals. So this is a nice alternative to Daphne's Diary. Maybe, maybe not. Be interesting to see what volume 2 looks like. Decent weight paper, not heavy like Daphne's Diary or the Bella Grace books. It's not that heavy, though. These art pages are a little bit heavier. A lot of things that can be cut out, you know, really cool graphic words, interesting visuals, fussy cutting. Letter from Leanne. Don't just sit there on the sofa and flip through these pages and then go put this magazine neatly away. Get your hammer or your brush or your pen out and get to work. Think bigger, think stranger. Consider this a call to action. Do it. It's time. Make more art. I just thought it was something different and fun. Another cool studio. Looks like you just walk in there and sit down and start throwing paint. I got home, I Googled her. She's some sort of TV home decorator. We'll see. We'll see how the magazine grows. But volume 1, it's always kind of cool to get in on the ground floor of something, you know, kind of fun. That alone is worth having at the ready, just to remind her, post it somewhere, have it tattooed somewhere as a nice reminder, or make more art. Like Neil Gaiman says, make good art. So some fun things for you to consider, to go look at, to try, to do. Some new ideas, you know, like celebrating fall and not jumping from Halloween to Christmas. Oy, I'm excited about Christmas. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited about that whole idea. But there's fall and Thanksgiving and autumn colors and so much that we miss if we jump from Halloween to Christmas. So if you're looking for a break from the Christmas stuff all through November, it's going to be either evergreen stuff that's good any time of the year, or it's fall stuff, but it won't be Christmas stuff. Although I might put out one video of an organizational thing. I did have to organize my Christmas stuff. It wasn't planned. I was going to do that December 1st. It was kind of a forced, you know, so I might run that, you know, because I do visit Hypocrite City now and again. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely crafty day. Go live up your beastlies and have a terrific time doing it. Because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. My take at the lake. Out for now.